So for today, you're gonna start standing, just for something a little bit different. So when you come into standing, we're gonna go into a Pilates V. So just a small, imagine you've got a small piece of pizza in between your feet. Feel like your turnout is happening up high in the thigh. So even before you start doing anything, your external hip rotators are working. Keep your heels squeezing together and you're gonna come up into a calf raise. And then lower. And then lift and lower. Let me just move it so you can see my head. Good. Up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5 more. Feel the weight of your body is really stacked over your pelvis and your head is in line with your spine. You're going to stay up now. Bring your legs so that they're parallel, and then you're going to take one heel down as the other knee bends, and then switch. As you lift and change the heel on the ground, your pelvis is staying nice and still. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, 5 more on each side. Just breathing, starting to get a little bit of warmth through the bottom of the leg and the feet. 2 more on each side. Last one, and last one. From here, you're going to turn side on. You're going to take 1 foot back. So I've taken my right foot back, left leg forwards. Now, as you drop down into your lunge, I want your front knee to stay behind the line of your toes. So you go right up to it, but not past it. You're just going to drop down and then stand. Drop down and then stand. Drop, stand. Trying to keep nice and balanced. Your legs, it's like they're on train tracks. Both sets of toes facing forward. There's a little bit of connection in between your hips and your ribs, so your abs are on, but you're not bracing. And then you're going to hold it down and you're going to pulse down for 10. 3, 4, squeeze that back butt cheek. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, just for 10 on the low down bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the same arm up as the leg at the back. And you're just going to reach, gently bring your, it's like your eye line goes up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Stretch that arm and then lean your whole body away towards the front leg. So my right leg is back, I'm leaning towards the left. You should get a bit of a stretch up through that front abdominals. And then come up from there, turn around and do the other side. One leg goes in front, other leg goes back. Feet are on train tracks, abs are gently drawing in, and you're going to drop into your lunge and stand. If you're on a really squishy mat, your feet might be working quite hard to stabilize you. 4, 5, 6. Keep feeling like your head is reaching up to the ceiling even as you drop. 2 more. Hold down there and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Feeling that burn through the front of the back leg. 7, 8, 9. Hold. 4, 5, 6. That front knee's pulling out away from the midline. Take the same arm up as the leg that's at the back and just shine your, it's almost like if there was a light in the cleavage, it would be going up the wall. And then lean towards the front leg and just enjoy that little bit of stretch there. And then come out from there. You're going to take your legs wider than your mat now with a slight turnout. We're just going to do some sort of deadlifts or good mornings. There's like 1,000 different names for these. But with this one, I want slight softness in the knees. Your whole upper body is going to lean forwards towards the floor. And then keep your back straight. You're going to come all the way up. Bend down towards the floor with a nice straight spine. and then come all the way up. So as your torso tilts towards the floor, your abdominals are working to help you maintain that nice straight spine. Feel the stretch up the back of the leg and then work the legs and the butt to stand you back up again. Forward and up. 2 more with a turn out and down, and last one and down. Then bring your legs into parallel and see if it feels any different. Just going to go forward and up, forward and up. So if you were doing this against a wall, your butt would just stay just off the wall the whole time. Spine staying nice and straight. 2 more. Down and lift. Last one and lift. Come to the back of your mat now. Feet are parallel and hip distance apart. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, nod your chin to your chest. Roll your head, neck and shoulders down towards the ground. Now we're peeling 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale at the bottom, and as you exhale, stack your pelvis on your thighs and just roll your spine up 1 vertebra at a time. And then roll down. And all the way back up. And 1 more roll down. We're going to stay at the bottom when we get there. From here, bring your hands to the floor and you're going to walk yourself out into a plank. And you're just going to hold there, squeeze your butt, pull your tummy up, make sure you get that butt down, eye line forward, bring your knees down, and I want you to send your elbows back to your hips as you lay yourself all the way down. Shuffle down if you need to so your head is on your mat. Let me just change the camera so you can see again. Okay, so head down, arms down by your side. Your feet are about as wide as your mat. Pubic bone pressing down into the floor. As you inhale, pull your belly button up from the floor and then release. Pull it up and then release. 5 more just to engage the tummy in this prone position. And release. Just a gentle pressing down of your pubic bone so your butt's working a little bit. Release. Last one. Lift the tummy and release. So now that you've got the tummy, we're going to add the upper back movements. So your tummy's going to lift. You're going to inhale, lift your head, neck and chest away from the floor as well. So you're looking just off the front of your mat. Lengthen out through the back of your neck and really reach your hands towards your feet. And then lower back down. And again, lift your head, neck and chest. And lower back down. Lift your head, neck and chest. Pull up from the tummy. Push your pubic bone into the floor. And lower back down. Good work, Tash. That looks extra hard with him crawling all over you like that. 3 more like this. Lifting and lower. When you lift your head, neck and chest, try and get your hands up near your butt. Nice and close to the body. And then back down. On the next one, you're going to lift and hold. I want you to think about your shoulder blades and your shoulders now. Roll your shoulders outwards until your palms face the floor. So you're sort of rotating your whole arm outwards or externally, then internally rotate. Palms face the ceiling. Externally rotate the shoulders and the hands. Internally rotate. Stay lifted in your chest, with your chest off the ground. Rotate back and forwards. Back and forwards. 3 more like this. Back and forwards. 2 and last. 1 and rest. Down from there. Bring your hands underneath your head. You're going to work your legs now. Squeeze your bottom. Lift your legs off the floor. Thighs lift off, shins lift off, toes lift off. You don't have to point your feet if it gives you cramps.
Just let your feet be relaxed, but work the front of the leg. Then relax the whole leg back down to the floor. Tummy draws up, butt squeezes, legs lift. And back down. And lift. And back down. Up. And down. 2 more. Lift those legs off, working the lower half of the body. Last one, lift. Now, bring your hands back down by your side. You're going to lift your head, neck and chest. Eye line just in front of the mat. Back of the neck really long. Draw the tummy up. Press the pubic bone down and take the legs off as well. Hold. Hold to like a dart flying through the air. Reach. Lengthen the feet from the head. 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. We're going to come into a rest position, so bring your knees forward. Butt rests on your feet. Reach. Let your forehead rest down. So I don't really mind where your feet are. You can have your feet in line with your knees. You can have your feet in a V. Just what feels comfortable. What I want you to focus on is drawing your belly button away from your thighs. So you're trying to round your spine and tuck your tailbone slightly. 3 more breaths. Then you're going to walk your hands over to the left. And really reach out through that right arm. Use your breath to help you expand the ribs. Stretching through the side of the body. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the other way. Tasha, you can just do yours in the center. And just get him, ask him to sit on your bum. See if he'll give you an extra massage doing it that way. That might work. Otherwise, ladies, you're just stretching out the left-hand side now. Breathe into those right-hand ribs. And really stretch up with that left hand. So you're getting that full stretch along the left-hand side of the body. Alrighty, from there, coming onto your hands and knees, you can go into a knuckle position if you need to because your wrists aren't loving this, and you're just going to go into some cat-cow. Round your spine on the exhale. Inhale, almost arching your back a little bit. So you're opening through the pelvis, shining that light out the front of your cleavage. Breathe out as you round under. Think of pulling your pubic bone in towards your belly button so you get that nice opening through the low back. And then inhale, go back the other way. 2 more like this. Round under. And inhale to open. From here, you're going to take your right hand up towards the ceiling. Send it underneath your left arm and stretch out through the back of your shoulder. And breathe. I'm laughing, ladies, because on one of my clients, her little boy has stolen her camera and he's run away with it. Good, keep on breathing. Bring the hand back, come to hands and knees position. Take the left arm up to the ceiling and look up at it, and you're going to feed it underneath, stretching out the other side. Two more breaths there. Then bring your hands and knees back. From there, we're going to do some kneeling push-ups, just something a little bit different. So with this one, I want to really focus on your triceps. So when you bend, rather than letting your elbows go out to the side, try and get them to bend back towards your hips, and think of your cleavage aiming for the floor. So on the inhale, you're going to lower down, elbows go backwards, and then breathe out, press up. Lower down, and lift. Really focus as you lower down on keeping your abdominals engaged, especially on the press back up. That's when they often want to not work. So really focus on the tummy working to keep those abs lifted and engaged as you press. We've got 3 more. Down and press. Down, press, last one, elbows back and lift. Come up into a plank. Take one leg out behind you, engage your butt cheek on that side, lift your tummy, other leg goes back, lean slightly forward, and then drop your knees if you need to, otherwise stay in a plank, lower all the way down to the floor. From there, flip over onto your back. Now for this one, I want your head up fairly close to the top edge of your mat or your towel, because we're going to use it to get a little bit of abdominal flexion assistance. So you need to be able to sort of reach and hold your mat. It's going to act as a head hammock. Before you start, I want you to pull your shirt up if you need to see what's happening. As you engage, feel like you're drawing left and right side towards one another and knitting through that midline. And then grab your mat, lift your head, neck and chest. So you want to peer down to see if you're getting any bulging. We're just going to do 8. Lift as you breathe out and lower back down. Use your arms to help you. Lift and lower. As you lift your mat, keep your head heavy in the mat, so your arms have to do more work. 4 to go. Breathe out. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. 2 more. Breathe out. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Hands on the hips. We're just going to do a little bit of pelvic floor work. I feel like everybody needs to do a bit of extra work. So hips stay nice and still. Drop one knee out to the side. Engage your pelvic floor and your inside thigh. Bring the leg back to the center. Alternate sides. And close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. The focus is on the leg that stays still, not the moving leg. It's easy to move. It's harder to stabilize. So that leg shouldn't move at all. So if you had a glass of champagne on that leg, it would not spill a drop. Or a hot tea if that's your preferred beverage. And close. 3 to go on each side. Open and close. So when you're engaging your pelvic floor, you want to feel like you're closing all 3 holes and then drawing gently into the body. Very graphic description, but it often gets the job done. Last one to this side. Last one to the other side. From there, you're going to go straight into some single leg lifts. We're just going to do 4 on each side. Pelvis staying nice and still. Abdominals are gently engaging. And lift, lift. We're going to go straight into up with one, up with the other, lower and lower. If this is too much work and your tummy is bulging or your back is arching, just continue doing your single leg lifts. Up, down, down. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Good. Up, up, down, down. 1 more on each side. Down, down. Last one. Up, down, down. Both legs up to tabletop. Cross at your ankles. Press your hands down into the floor. Breathe out. Pull the pubic bone to the belly button. Tailbone is going to lift off the floor just slightly. You can use your legs for a little bit of momentum, but I want most of the work to be coming from your lower abdominals. Change the way the ankles are crossed. 6 more. Pull in. As you pull in, press your arms and your shoulders down into the floor. 2 more. And pull in. legs to tabletop. Reach up, grab one leg in and pull it towards your chest. Take the other leg up towards the ceiling. Then breathe out, lift your head, neck and chest. Take a breath in. Breathe out, switch and change. Switch and change. Keep breathing in. So, leg is going fairly high. Then we're going to add layers by taking it slightly lower. So now we're going to go 45 degrees, 45 degrees. In and out. In and out. Pick your level. I'm going to go one more level up. We're going to go straight out. Straight out. Straight out. Pull that leg in towards you. One more on each side. Hug the knees in. Pull yourself up into chest lift a little bit more. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And lay all the way down. From here, shuffle back up to your mat if you shuffled down a little bit. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Hold on at the back of them. I want you to lift your head, neck and chest and press your legs down to help you come up into a seated position. I'm trying to fix my mat up. It crept all the way towards my plant. So feet are flat on the floor. Lengthen up through your spine and then take your hands so they're parallel to the floor. As you breathe out, you're going to roll backwards onto your pelvis, lengthening your spine. Go until your pelvis is flat. Inhale there and exhale. Deepen the tummy connection and come up all the way to sitting. And then sit up really tall. So you create the curve in your spine. Then you hold that curve and you come all the way up and over. Then sit up tall. Create the curve. And deepen the connection, come up. 3 more like this and then we're going to add some layers. And up. Roll back. And forward. So even though we're getting flexion through the spine, the abdominals are working so hard to support you that your low back shouldn't really be hurting. You're going to go halfway back. So we're not all the way down here. We're sort of just more there. Take one arm up. Other arm up. One leg into your chest. Other leg into your chest. Start with the opposite arm. You go arm, arm, opposite leg, and leg. Keep going. Leg, leg, arm, arm. We go arms first. Arm, arm, leg, legs first again. Leg, leg, arm, arm. Opposite arm starts. Lift the arm, lift one leg, lift the other leg. One more round. Leg lifts up, other leg lifts up, one arm lifts up, other arm. Hold here, hold. Deepen your tummy, pull your pubic bone into your belly button. Then use your muscles to roll yourself all the way down nice and slowly. When your head hits, straighten your legs and just shuffle if you need to so you're all the way on your mat. Bring your feet parallel and hip distance apart, fairly close to your butt. Press your hands down into the floor right by your side. And as you breathe out, you're going to pull your pubic bone towards your belly button, squeeze your butt cheeks and peel your spine off the floor until you're up in your bridge position. So your butt is working. When you're at the top, really make sure you're pulling your pelvis backwards, posteriorly tilting, so you're not arching through that low back. And then take your arms up to the ceiling, roll all the way down through your spine, one vertebra at a time, until your pelvis hits. Bring your hands back down. Roll it up, all the way up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So you don't want to think about how high can you go. You want to go as high as you can without arching your low back. Roll down. Right, we're just going to do 8 without me talking. Roll all the way up and all the way back down. Roll it up and roll back down. Up, down. 4 more. Even weight through the toes and the heel of your feet. And roll it up and back down. Imagine you're squeezing a couch cushion in between your knees. On the next one, we're going to hold it up Get your butt up as high as you can, and you're going to lift one heel off the floor and put it back down. Other heel and lower. Heel up, down. Heel up, down. Heel up, down. Heel up, down. We're going to quicken the pace now. We're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep going. Moving those heels, but trying to keep your hips the same height the whole time. Just connecting through the front of the body. 3, 2, 1. Hold with the heels up. Squeeze your butt cheeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your spine all the way down. Heels come down. From here, take your feet wider than your mat. Let your left leg drop in towards the mat. Let your right leg drop where it drops, off the mat. And then just press that upper butt cheek up towards the ceiling so you get that stretch through the whole front side of your body. Now you can bring your hand onto that knee if you need to. Feel like you're pushing your butt forwards. And just breathe. Three more breaths there. Engage your tummy, come back through the center and go over the other way. Knee drops to the mat, other knee drops out to the side, and just press that butt cheek upwards slightly. One more to each side. You can look to the opposite direction of the knees if you want to. This is quite nice in the neck. But you can just keep your head up to the ceiling as well. Go the other way. Then you're going to come back to the center, bring the legs in. You're going to take one leg out straight. Then you're going to take the other knee over and just lengthen. You might get some cracking. Pull that knee down towards the floor, and this one you can look to the opposite direction. Hopefully that's getting right into your low back. So it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I don't want it to be causing any pain. So if it's causing pain, just come out of it. Don't go as far over. Just breathe. And then bring yourself back so you're facing the ceiling. Take the other leg out straight. Take the opposite knee over. Oh, crack out the other way. And looking in the opposite direction of where the knees are going. You can use your hand to put weight onto that knee that's out to the side. You just want to breathe through here. Try and relax your body every time you breathe. And then you're just going to bring yourself back to the middle. The legs are sort of hip distance apart. You take both legs over to the right. Then get your left knee to come up towards your right elbow. You're going to go back through the middle. Take the knees to the left. Right knee goes to your left armpit or elbow. Over. So just sort of moving the spine in a slightly more dynamic way. You just go over to one side, lift the knee, and then over to the other side, lift the knee. One more to each side. Knees over, knee to armpit. And come back somewhere in the middle. And I just want you to hug your knees into your chest. And just like really give it, like pull them in toward you. And really try and open up through that low back. And just rocking from side to side. And then you're just going to roll over onto your side, push yourself up. We're going to come up into a standing position again. Take a breath in. You're going to bend your knees, take Take your arms up overhead and then circle them back behind you. Bend your knees, take the arms up, look up at the ceiling, and take the arms over, bend and stretch. We're going to go the other way now. Take the arms up and forwards. Bend and take the arms up and forwards. Bend, take the arms up and forwards. All right, give yourself a little shake. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, nod your chin towards your chest, roll. Let your ponytail pull your head down towards the floor. Soften your knees. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll all the way back up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll and stack your spine up. One more roll down, just like this one. Inhale. And breathe in, breathe out. Stack each vertebra up your spine, one at a time. Head stacks up right at the end. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Give yourself a shake out all over. And you're all done for the day.